afternoon or morning, I think.
Afternoon, I think.
Afternoon, yeah. Afternoon. Response from last weekend. What's it been like in the training so far this week?
I mean, it's just all gearing up to the next game. I think once the results already been given, nothing really you can do about it apart from try and learn from your mistakes and move on from it. Really, I think you have to move on pretty quickly because the games come thick and fast. We've got two, obviously Saturday and then Tuesday. We've got two in quick succession. So I think forgetting about the last result as much as you can is key, really.
I suppose for you as players that comes quite naturally because you're so used to it at this stage.
Sorry. I think losing games, no one ever wants to lose games, and it does hurt. But I think, like I say, as a football player, you have to move on quite quickly. Otherwise, if you dwelled on it too long as a footballer, you'd never be on the up. So. And
for you, since joining the club, I guess it's nice to start to get a run of games under your belt.
Yeah, it's obviously nice to get some minutes. I've started 2 out of 4, and I would like to have been to 4 out of 4, but the manager's seen it differently, and that's fine. Hopefully, obviously, the games I didn't play, was it Shrewsbury and Rochdale? We won one of them games, so it's good. It's good competition, and the players that have played before me have done a great job.
And having been here a few more weeks now, what's your assessment of the squad?
Yeah, very good. There's a lot of youthful players here as well, which is always good, and it's an exciting group. Especially with the team spirit they've got here. It's really good, and hopefully we can win a few more games at the end of the season. Who knows what can happen? I know people will talk about the playoffs, and so was I, to be honest. Who knows what can happen? But if it doesn't happen this season, next season, I think with a few additions, I think we'll be right up there.
Is there anyone in the squad that you're spending a bit more time with now? You're getting to know everyone.
I'm in the hotel at Tony Craig, so I'm with Tony a lot. Like I say, I've knew Ellis for a while, and I've been spending a bit of time with Ellis. But I think, like I say, when we're all here, it's all a good laugh and a bit of banter anyway. So.
And you enjoying it?
Yeah, no, that's the main thing really. I think you come to a football team, and football's obviously the first thing, port of call. But I think you have to enjoy the players and the environment you're in.
And how different is it to other clubs you've been at?
That's a good question, actually. I've not really thought about it. I think you just get on with it. But
I guess that's part of it as a professional, in a sense that you just come to a new club and your job, in essence, is the same to carry on. I mean, perhaps you don't notice the differences as much because you're just focused on playing football as you would be anywhere else.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I just focus on the football. Training Monday to Friday and a game on Saturday, and that's just the bottom line. Really, it's hard to put your finger on what's different. Obviously, players are different, managers are different, but in terms of football, I don't really see any difference.
And you didn't play against Scunthorpe, did you, when you were at Portsmouth earlier in the season? But what can you remember of that game, or having faced them previously?
Well, I'd definitely say for us, there's nothing to be afraid of. They can be gotten at. I remember at Portsmouth in the first half, Portsmouth did outplay them in the first half, and it changed in the second. We've definitely got the players and ability on the pitch to be able to beat them.
Do you have many personal experiences against them?
I played against them a few times, yeah. I played against them a few times. Can't remember much. As football,
they probably all blurs into one.
Yeah, you don't really remember too much. So yeah, played against them a few times.
And they're going well in the league, aren't they? I know it's such a competitive division anyway, and I suppose the result of the weekend proved that it almost doesn't matter once you get out there, on a Saturday or Sunday, where a team is in the league. But it will be a challenge. They're sitting fairly nicely in the playoffs. Yeah,
it definitely is. I think the top 3, Shrewsbury, Blackburn and Wigan, are probably the standouts. Other than that, I think anyone can beat anyone in this league. Well, people can beat them. I'm not saying they can't be beaten, but obviously they're more consistent than anyone else in the league. And once you go onto that pitch, positions don't really matter in this game. Like you say, Wimbledon were down there, and they've come out of a 1-0 victory against us on the weekend.
And you mentioned that you or others, or there was perhaps a little bit of chatter of could it be a playoff push now because Rovers have dragged themselves up the league. Is that sort of been put to bed now, and it's just focusing on the next task?
I remember saying on an interview before, I think until it's mathematically impossible to do it, I don't think you'll ever stop trying, because you've seen worse things happen. I remember at Portsmouth last season, to win the league, we were 7 points off the top with like 3 games to go, and we ended up winning the league. So you can never say never. It looks a slim chances of us doing it, and a tough task. But like I say, you can never ever say never.
All the best at the weekend.
Thank you very much.